Hello, I am Megan. Welcome to Everybody Yoga with Megan. For those of you in the August, is this month August? This is off. You're almost done. Congratulations. Now there's no shade, but I can see who's watching. Do your yogas. Anyways, I felt like this series for August, we've done a lot of like shoulders, upper back, so we're gonna focus on the hips today. And of course, it's kind of common knowledge by this point that we keep our emotions in our hips. And tight hips create a tight low back. So we're gonna do a little bit of low back mixed in with those hips just to like bring ease to everything, because ease is where it's at. I just have to tell you guys, like, I know we know this, but when we are coming into ourselves, when we are operating from authenticity and integrity, it's the universe, God, everything just is conspiring in our favor. Don't notice that I can't snap with my right, that was my left. Anyways, but it takes effort every day, sometimes multiple times a day, to come back into integrity with ourselves and to figure out what's truly important and in line with ourselves. So anyways, I invite you to use your practice as part of that time to come back into integrity. So we're gonna get started standing. Please grab some blocks if you have them. If not, grab something like a chair or something that you can put your weight on. Actually, I'm gonna grab a chair. It's right here. This might be super helpful. So something tall-ish. But we're gonna get started, feet parallel underneath your hips, arms down, but the palms come forward. Let your eyes close. Pull the pit of your belly up and in, and bend your knees like 2%, so that way you have the mobility to activate Uddiyana Bandha. And take 3 breaths here and now. Open your eyes, wiggle your fingers, open up the toes. Let's get started by just picking up the right foot and placing it on something higher than you. Your block is good. I had a chair handy, so I just grabbed that. A weight bench, whatever. We're just gonna inhale, pick up the left arm and lean to the side. So opposite arm of whatever leg is bent. And come back to the center. Now we're just gonna push the hips back and hinge at the hips, bowing forward. So we're getting into the low back in a really gentle way. Let the left knee have a bend in it. And rise back up. We're gonna take that again. Inhale, left arm up and over. You can push the left hip out if that feels good. When you're ready, you can twist your chin to your top shoulder, not required. If it hurts your neck, just look down. Inhale, back to center. Same thing, hinge at the hips, bow. So it's this interesting kind of half forward fold that's getting into the right hip, but also letting the low back open up in a way that's unique. And back up. Last time, leaning. Back to the center and bow. right foot back to the mat. Just pause. Notice how you feel on each side. I literally just rolled out of bed, haven't even brushed my teeth, so I can feel my back is really tender right now. Like it's like, really? You couldn't do a cat-cow, woman? All right, left leg up. We're just gonna, carefully. Just gonna take that same stretch, opposite side. Easing in, right? This first one doesn't have to be this big, magical side bend. And back to the center, hinge and fold. Remember to keep that right leg a little bit bent here. Active breathing. Inhale back up. And again. Inhale back, a little bow and fold. Inhale back up, last time. And back to the center, fold forward. And come back up. Remove your prop. And let's come onto the mat for a cow-cat. My spine is gonna be like, finally. Let's take 3, you know how I feel. Pause at the center. We're gonna come into a low lunge variation. So just make sure you have side space on the sides of your mat to make this happen. So we're gonna start with our left leg. You're just gonna come forward into your low lunge. If your knees are tender, fold your mat over, get a blanket, a towel. We're just gonna press forward. Ease off a little bit, move your foot 25%. They're opening this left hip. If you feel unsteady or unsure, grab your block and then bend forward. I have to kind of rotate, pick up my back toes and rotate my right knee so that way I'm not crushing that kneecap. Release the weight off again, almost all the way to the side. Very different experience than normal. And hinge forward at the hips. Again, I'm gonna readjust that kneecap. Working your left knee behind you. So you're working on pulling the knee to the ceiling. pushing both hips forward and down. And release. We're going to switch sides. I'm going to turn this way because the wall is in my way. So starting just with our kind of normal low lunge. And if you feel super, ooh, let's put the mat under. If you feel super open and ready, you're like, I'm going to do all of this with my hands on my hips or my arms up, do it. Ease off, move your foot to the side a bit, and then come back down. Come back forward. For me, this second one really gets into the psoas, the front of the hip. But then the third one, when we go out to the side, it really gets into the bent leg for me. Ease off. Toes pretty much to the side. Knee is tracking up as much as possible. If this is like already too much of an opening, it's okay to narrow your stance. And then hinging forward, reset the bottom knee. Coming onto your glutes, star pose. The ankles are farther away from the hips. I'm going to scoot back so my ankle bones aren't crushed on the floor. And we're just going to hinge forward at the hips and then come back up like a seesaw. And I like to keep my hands at heart center just because to me it's like mimicking, mirroring what the feet are doing, and it's creating some balance in the body, but you can do your hands however you want. On your next one down, we're going to pause and hold it. So if you want to use a block to rest your head on, you do that. And gently lift up. We're going to twist to the side. Other side. Come back to the center. We're going to just lean to the side one time each side. 3 deep breaths. Other side. Inhale, back up to center. We're going to have our final resting pose in a simple seat or staying in this star pose. Let your eyes close. And do a check-in from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Is there somewhere you can relax just a bit more? Come back into your body. Inhale your hands to heart center. Thank you for taking the time to come into integrity with your life by making your yoga practice a priority. May the universe conspire in our favors. Together we say, Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.